I think we can all agree that Twitch TV is one of the biggest and arguably the best platforms for entertainment in our modern era, on par with the biggest businesses such as Netflix, YouTube, and even TV. And I'm sure that we can also agree that all like the other platforms, with their size and relevance, they come with their own set of conspiracies. The incident that we're covering is absolutely no different. What happened to Dr. Disrespect? But before we can do that, we need to have a quick message from today's sponsor, and that is Creator Cash. Now, a lot of you guys are interested in growing your own channels that are subscribed to this channel, so I thought that this would be very helpful for you guys to know. Did you know that if you're monetized on YouTube, you actually don't have to wait just once every single month to get your payments? It can be kind of frustrating if you have to wait until a certain day out of every single month to get your payment if something happens during the month where you need to have quick money and everything, or something around those lines. Well, this new app called Creator Cash can definitely help you out with that, because basically what it allows you to do is get all the money that you've made off YouTube at any amount of time, at any time you want. So basically, it's a free app on the App Store. All you need to do is download it, connect to your YouTube channel, and it's as simple as that. You don't need to sign any contracts or anything like that. And then once you're in there, you could just link your bank account, and it'll show you all of your YouTube analytics, lots of cool features and statistics that you actually can't find that well on YouTube's own studio app, and you can see how much money you've made on a daily basis. And the best part, obviously, is you can cash out instantly however much money you need at any time as well. And it's an almost instant payment. At the very most, you'll have to wait maybe 2 or 3 days, but that's a lot better than once every single month. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. This topic is by no means a breaking story and has been discussed frivolously over the last week with still no conclusive answers. People have made their pitch with their own set of theories, supposed leaks, but yet all have seemed to become nothing more than made-up attempts for some sort of internet clout. However, I want to find the real answer, because what just happened might mark the beginning of something far larger and far worse for the future age of online free speech and communication. And knowing me, Dallas aka Infernus, being a thing that does that too, I feel personally in debt to know as well. So before we can fully find out, let me just enlighten the unenlightened ones on the situation. On June 20th, 2020, Twitch, being the #1 website for live stream content on the internet, started sporadically banning content creators, seemingly out of nowhere. The spike of bans reported for the site reached levels that had yet been seen in such a short amount of time. But the thing is, most of these initial bans were small of nature. Accounts with less than 100k followers, mostly of random categories, and some even cases of which were never gained attention of at all. Until only a few days later, when the apparent week-long spree of cancellations started to spread to even the biggest and most well-known names on the website. Even Donald Trump's Twitch account. What? Donald Trump's Twitch account was permanently taken down. However, the main thing that started this storm of outrage was when on the 26th, Dr. Disrespect's account was gone. With over 4 million followers and being within the top 10 largest streamers, banned permanently. No information given to anyone, even the man himself. Completely dead air. Being just among the total of 10 million followers worth of accounts banned within a 7-day period of time. To put this into perspective, that would be similar to as if YouTube all of a sudden deleting or terminating a channel the size of Mr. Beast. You're telling me that one of the top, if not most influential people on an entire website is just going to be snapped out of existence, and they don't even get a little email saying exactly why?
Hi there. Just letting you know that you're kind of banned now because you said a no-no word. Bye.
Not even that. Something just isn't adding up. There's clearly a bigger and perhaps darker agenda here. Something that goes far further than just the Dr. Disrespect himself. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one who wants to get to the bottom of it. Firstly, the ground level information. We know that for some reason, during the exact last week of June, the largest ban streak in history took place. But why now? What specifically changed to make this take place? We've had incidents on the past on Twitch that seemingly would violate any policy on the website for specific streamers that not only went unpunished, but entirely unchecked, some of which resulting in the mainstream backlash against Twitch itself by large corporations such as PETA and the FCC. But still, absolutely nothing was done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's my master explanation and conspiracy theory behind this whole debacle. And it's not much of a theory in retrospect, because in reality, everything about this adds up entirely, and links back to the termination of the Doctor and many of the other poor souls that have also lost their careers as of now, permanently. And as a spoiler alert, it's extremely dark. Now, Twitch is a platform that has a lot of people visiting it. Hundreds of millions of people flock to the website regularly, but at the same time, it has competitors. YouTube doesn't. YouTube is a monopoly that basically controls everything when it comes down to online video content. Twitch, on the other hand, we've seen plenty of websites not only attempt to take over its dominance, but actually come close to it in the past as well. Mixer, DLive, even YouTube's own streaming capabilities and platform has almost surpassed Twitch in the past. But yet, Twitch has still reigned superior to everything. So why does this matter exactly? Due to all of this, they don't have the freedom to operate their platform in whichever way they feel necessary, because if they were to, they could risk doing something that might put their own company in terms of its dominance in the market of live streaming in jeopardy. And this ties in with Mixer, the recent competitor of Twitch, being shut down. And also, surprisingly enough, the election period of 2020. Now, we should all know that entertainment companies such as Twitch, YouTube, and so forth have all ties with bigger companies that have had a known history of interacting with the United States election cycles, whether it be enabling advertisements that may skew the candidates that they're competing against, or subtly promoting content that vouches for another potential winner of the election without any specific evidence towards that fact, since no one could possibly know unless they worked in the interior workings of whatever platform that may be, in this case Twitch. And we've seen examples of this taking place readily, with Facebook being the biggest social media website in existence back in 2016, allowing advertisements and content to be subtly promoted to entice people to think negatively towards certain people involved with the United States presidential election. And there's also a whole lot more Illuminati stuff that goes into the deepness of all other companies being involved in influencing stuff around those lines as well. But without going into all that detail, we can all come to a conclusion that all of these websites definitely start acting a little bit sketchy around this period of time every 4 years. And that's only because they have the power to do so. The influence that all of these major social media networks have is uncanny, is something that anyone with a malevolent intention would pay millions of dollars to exploit for their own agenda. So it's impossible to assume that something like this wouldn't happen. It's only inevitable. Now, specifically in Twitch.tv's example, we have supposed leaks, interior workers of the website interacting with other people who have come forth with these messages, explaining on how they have a business model revolving around plans to go forth with taking away content or adding specific content on their website during certain critical periods of time of which people could be heavily influenced, being the months before the election takes place, i.e. right now, involving, supposedly, the capability of removing people from the website that could potentially inhibit the influence of this overall agenda. So basically, during this time, what this allows to happen is if an anonymous source or group of people want to come forth and put down their stake of money and say, I don't want this particular type of content on here for this amount of time because of XYZ, most particularly for political reasons, not only will that actually happen, but the website will alter their policies in a way that will subtly make that happen without people catching eye to it, making it seem like nothing actually really happened other than a normal everyday ban because of the violation of terms of service. This also explains why Donald Trump's account was deleted just right now in the same period of time as Dr. Disrespect's account. What Dr. Disrespect's account has in specific link to all of this is unknown, of course. However, it does add up. I'm not going to be revealing the names of any of these people in these text conversations for legal reasons, and also the person revealing them cannot be trustworthy anyways, pretty much just as trustworthy as the people that tried to come up with other theories and leaks of information regarding the ban of Dr. Disrespect. However, I'm broadcasting this specific leak of information because I feel like it definitely actually makes sense in the greater picture of things. What just happened recently? Twitch's biggest and most popular competitor, Mixer, which spent hundreds of millions of dollars getting Twitch's specific creators from Twitch to switch over to their website instead, recently shut down, literally within the course of only a week before this ban spree happened. Well, I think it would be rather convenient for Twitch to wait for their biggest competitor to dry out and eventually become non-existent for them to feel comfortable enough with performing these specific actions on their platform, with now no longer an alternative place for people to go to. So to put it simply, now that Twitch has basically become more dominant and more of a monopoly, they waited for this specific period of time to go through with these actions. only a week after this all took place. So is this all one big coincidence? Possibly yes, but I don't think so. It just doesn't make sense for this to all perfectly have happened in such perfect timing, for there not to be a correlation with these text messages and therefore all of this leaked information about Twitch's inner deep business model and the deletion of Dr. Disrespect and all of these other people at the same time, for no specific violation of any policies. It all seems very sneaky and very dark and very malevolent. Now, do I really think that the Dr. Disrespect ban is going to be permanent? Absolutely not. I think that he is going to get his account back, but only after whatever campaign that Twitch is secretly going through to alter whatever influence over people to sway the opinions on a political spectrum to maybe overall influence the election cycle of 2020 finally ends. We will see more of these accounts coming back to life. Now, I might be wrong, and this might be sooner rather than later, possibly even as soon as a week from now, to even a month from now, or maybe even a year from now. I mean, unless Twitch just wants to basically turn into a cam website, because at this point, they pretty much lost all of their biggest male creators. Ninja, Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, I mean, everyone's basically gone. So here's the big picture, and I really hope I don't get, like, sniped for saying this by some Illuminati, like, secret service. Twitch is owned by Amazon, and Amazon is of course one of the major companies that have the most influence over the world, such as Google, Apple, Facebook, and so forth. Now, all of these companies have had a history of controversies regarding allowing influence over impacting the election during election cycles because of their major influence over so many people. And since Twitch is by far Amazon's most influential social media website that they own, if this major company were to have an opinion on who they wanted to be the next president of the United States, and perhaps maybe wanted to twist the gears a little bit, maybe shift the game in their direction a tiny bit, you'd have to be straight up daft to not think that they would use Twitch in that regard. But please don't sue me, because this is all, at the end of the day, technically still just a conspiracy, and it's not proven at all. I'm not trying to claim anything or do anything of that nature. However, because of this, I can't be the only one that wants to come to the overall conclusion that politics suck. So is this truly what happened to Dr. Disrespect? Based off of all of the information that we have, I'm going to say yes, as of right now, that is what happened. Now, of course, someone might come out with some kind of official statement with some bogus information claiming that the official reason was something else, but of course, is that to be believed? Well, we'll only have to wait and see. And as a final note, I want to give one last shout out to Creator Cash for sponsoring this video. If you download Creator Cash, the process of getting your YouTube money is extremely easy. Literally, like I said before, all you need to do is just link your YouTube account, and there's basically no contracts, nothing you need to sign, and there's no funky business or anything of that nature. And you just need to basically just look at the app and it'll give you all your analytics, and you can basically just cash out just like it's PayPal pretty much. Now obviously this is revolutionary because well, up till now you really never could have your YouTube money just available at any time. We've all been limited to either Google AdSense or whatever network you may be in that will just give you like money once every single particular day of the month. And especially now when you might need money randomly right away for whatever reason, you could just instantly go into this app and it'll basically act as if it's your YouTube personal bank. It's 100% secure and also 100% tested by me. I can vouch that I have actually used this app and I personally do enjoy it a lot, and that means I know that you will too. And you'll also get 10 years of good luck if you go and download that. So yes, unfortunately, we have to live in a society where we can't even trust our most favorite and beloved sources of entertainment because, well, they're always going to be rigged against something. But that's not really surprising now, is it? I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.